I'm Coach Leslie, and this is Coach Jada. And we were hoping to do this on the backyard trampoline, but again, the day we picked to do it is pouring down rain. So we decided to go ahead and do it at the gym. So I know, obviously, you guys aren't going to be following along on your trampoline unless you have a trampoline inside. I don't know, maybe you do. However, that's okay. We are going to go over trampoline basics. And this is kind of stuff that most anyone can do, but it's actually really important to your higher level skills and safety to be able to control yourself while bouncing and to be able to land on your bottom, your back, and your stomach, your front. Okay, all those are really important because if you can land obviously on your feet and then you feel comfortable also landing on your back, on your stomach, or on your bottom, your safety jumps up, okay, because you can always have a safe landing. Now, really quickly, whether you're on your home trampoline or on the trampoline at the gym, you always want to stay in the middle, okay? So if you're on your home trampoline, drawing an X or a circle in the middle of the trampoline is always great, so you know where the middle is. Now, let's say that you don't have a net and you are going to fall off the trampoline. Okay, see how she did that? She did 1 foot at a time. That's dangerous. Also, landing with 1 foot on the pad and 1 foot on the trampoline, that's dangerous. Okay, if you're falling off the trampoline or anything that's a higher surface or something like that, just jump off. Okay, we don't want you to jump off. You want to stop bouncing and then get off. But let's say you're doing a flip and you get a little bit out of control, okay, which happens every so often. Okay, that was her getting out of control. All right, but it's always safer and better for you to just jump off than to try to step off. That's when injuries happen. So one of the first things that we're going to go over, okay, is just basic jumping. Okay, so Jada's going to get in the middle of the trampoline, and she's going to jump with her arms up. Okay? Good. So when she touches the trampoline with her feet, she's bending her knees slightly and pushing up. And trust me, she can get pretty high up there. Jada is actually a level 10 trampolinist, and she's pretty good. Now, what we're going to go over next is we call it arm circle bounces, but what you're going to do is you're going to move your arms up and down to the side. And as you go, they're going to be down when your feet are down and up when your body is off the trampoline. So down, up, down, up, down, up. And she's going all the way down to her legs and then bringing her arms all the way back up to her head. And when she stops bouncing, she's going to bend her knees and stop. Okay? And take a breath. Okay, so one of the first things once you've mastered bouncing, just the bouncing part is really important. Being able to bounce as high as you feel comfortable with your arms by your ears and then practicing the arm circle bounces, just being able to bounce high comfortably is really important. So the next thing that we're going to do is position jumps, like tuck, straddle, pike, half turn, and full turn. So we'll start with tuck. What we're going to do is bounce with our arms by our ears, and she's going to tuck and then kick out. When she kicks out, she's going to hold her arms down. We call that soldier position. Good. Thank you, Jada. And now we're going to do pike. So pike is when you touch your toes and your legs are straight. And see how she kicked out the soldier on that one as well? It helps you have control and prepares you for the next skill. Okay? All right, we'll give her a second to breathe. And the next one that we're going to do is straddle. The straddle position is when you bring your legs all the way out wide and touch your toes. You touch your toes on pike and straddle. And you're always going to go back to soldier. In the soldier position, your arms are going to be down by your side, fingers together like blades. All right. Now, let's try to put them all together. So she's going to go tuck, straddle, pike. Nice. Thank you, Jada. All right. This time, we're going to do a half turn. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go up in the air and reach up tall with your arms. Okay? And then you're going to bring your arms down as you turn. It's hard to do a half turn sometimes when you're used to doing full turns. So up and half turn. Good. And one more. Arms up and half turn. Okay. So people always ask me what way you should turn. Okay. So if you do a round off or a cartwheel with your right leg, then you turn toward your right. You might want to take this as an opportunity to stop bouncing and breathe for a second because we're going to keep going. Okay, so if you do your cartwheel or your round off with your left leg, then you're going to turn toward your left. Okay, so that's always a good starting point. If you feel like you're better at the other way, then you can go the other way. But then everything that you do has to go the same way. So don't do your full turn to one way, and then when we do like seat drop, half turn, or swivel hip, or stuff like that, then go the other way. You have to pick a way and stick to it. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is full turn. You're going to do it the same way. Hold your arms by your ears and bring them down as you turn. And you always want to keep an eye on the trampoline, okay? Sometimes full turns are hard for people, but you want to make sure that you're turning with your feet and not just looking with your face. All right, good job, Jada. All right, so let's do one more thing, and we're going to put all of the jumps that we've learned so far together. So we're going to go tuck, straddle, pike, half turn, full turn. Ready? Straddle, pike, half turn, full turn. Nice. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is a seat drop, okay? A lot of you probably know what this is, but we're going to go over some protection for you, okay? You want to protect your back. So what you never want to do is go into a seat drop with your arms up by your ears, okay? You never want to go into a seat drop like that. You always want to put your arms down, okay, when you first start learning seat drops, and then you're going to almost do like a pike and then land on your bottom, okay? So it's pretty simple. Let's do about 5 in a row. So 1, you point your toes, 2, feet together, 3, 4, and 5. Once you get to that point, then you can start doing your arm circle bounces. So let's do 3 arm circle bounces. 1, 2, 3. Stretch to seat drop. Okay? So you can do those arm circle bounces and really stretch in the air before you go for your seat drop. 1, 2, stretch, seat drop. That was good stretch. So you want to get to the point where you can really give a good stretch in the air before your seat drop. One more time. Stretch, seat drop. Good. Okay. So this time, we're going to learn what a swivel hip is. Okay, you've probably seen people do them before. They're actually really fun to do. Do you want to do one real quick just so they know where we're going with this? There you go. And you want to make sure that you're turning the same way that you did on your full turn, which should be the same way that you do your round off, okay? So here's how we learn them, okay? You're going to do a seat drop, and then you're going to do a half turn, okay? So see how she turned? Well, that was kind of a quarter turn, and that's okay too. Let's try that again. So seat drop. Good. But here's one thing that's really, really important. When you do these, you want to go seat drop, half turn, and bring your arms up. Okay? So seat drop, half turn, arms up. Good. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're standing all the way up with your arms up before you hit that turn. Seat drop, half turn. Good. Okay, now you're going to go seat drop, half turn, seat drop. Be sure to bring your arms back down when you go for your seat drop. Okay? Good. Let's do it again. So seat drop, arms up, half turn, seat drop. Now, once you get comfortable with that, then you can go into your swivel hip. Now, when you go into your swivel hip, bringing the arms up in the middle of it, just like the half turn, is very important. Seat drop, half turn, seat drop. Okay? So Jada, do one where your feet kind of come around the side. This is a common mistake. It's hard for her to even do it wrong because she's been doing it for so long. You know what I'm talking about though, right? So sometimes people will start to bring their feet around and try to turn too early. If that happens and you're not standing up in the middle of it, then all you do is go back to seat drop, half turn. So do one more and just make sure you really stand up. Not that you weren't before, but watch her stand up in the middle of this seat drop. So seat drop, stand all the way up, then you're turning. Okay? Awesome. All right, now the next one that we're going to do is called a front drop. Okay? Now a front drop, she's taking off her sweatpants because it's a little hot. All right, so a front drop is when you land on your belly. Okay? Now, I do not suggest just trying a front drop. Okay? It's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. The most common mistake is you reaching down. Don't do it. Okay? Because it can hurt your back. Okay, so this is how you want to start. Okay, you're going to use your seat drop. Okay, and then you're going to go to what we call doggy drop. Okay, so when you do a doggy drop, you want to make sure that your back is flat. Okay, and that you are you have equal weight on your hands and knees. Okay, just like she is right now, just like a doggy. That's why it's called a doggy drop. Haha. Okay, now that's where you don't want to be, where she is right now. Right now she has more weight in her feet and her knees, and she's kind of sitting back on her heels. Now put some more weight in your hand, a little bit more, right there. Okay, that's where you should be in a doggy drop. Now lay on your belly. Okay, can you turn to the side though, how you were in the doggy drop? Okay, show them a front drop position. Okay, so this is a front drop position. Okay. Your feet are together, your bottom squeezed, and your chest and your thighs are on the trampoline. That's what has the main body weight, your chest and your thighs, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go seat drop to doggy drop, and then all you're going to do is bring your arms out and push your legs back. Go ahead. Seat drop, doggy drop, front drop. Okay? Make sure your arms are down in the seat drop, doggy drop, front drop. Okay, so you're not going to dive down to front drop. When you're in your doggy drop, go to doggy drop and be still. Okay, now when you're in your doggy drop, all you're going to do is push your feet out behind you and bring your arms out in front of you. Okay, if you reach down, okay, you're going to have a harder time. So what I want you to do right now is go from, yeah, like that. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is go doggy drop to front drop. So go to your doggy drop and bounce a little bit. And go doggy drop, front drop. Doggy drop, front drop. Good. There you go. 2 more times. Doggy drop, front drop. Doggy drop, front drop. Good. Now, let's go straight from seat drop to doggy drop to front drop. Seat drop, doggy drop, front drop. Good. Now, see how she kind of piked her bottom up on that front drop, coming up from it? Okay, if you pike your bottom up from the front drop, it's hard to stand up from it. What you want to do is push your hands up from the ground and scoop your feet underneath you. So push and scoop. That way she stands up a lot better and easier. Now, let's go straight from doggy drop to front drop. I'm sorry, seat drop to front drop. Sorry. Ready? Seat drop, bypass your doggy, and go to front drop. So it's the same thing. You just have to push your feet back with a little bit more aggression. Seat drop, front drop. All right, one more time, but try not to pike your bottom up so much. You can bend your knees. There you go. Good, and last time. Seat drop to front drop. There you go. All right, this time let's try one more thing. Let's go seat drop to front drop and back to seat drop a few times. That way you can really test what you've learned here. There you go. You get that core work going too. Okay, now we're gonna move on. What we're gonna do is a little bit more of an advanced move, okay? So now we're gonna try the front drop from our feet, okay? So you wanna get in the middle of the trampoline. Hopefully you've drawn an X on your trampoline. And all you wanna do is move your feet back just a little bit and you will go on your stomach. Ready? There you go. Okay, now once you get really good at this, then you can try it like Jada does. There you go. She can get really high on these. And she can flip over. I would not suggest that though, if you're just learning this. Probably not a good idea. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what's called a cruise. So you're gonna do your front drop, and then you're basically gonna do your quarter turn, just like you did on your seat drop. However, you're not gonna bring your arms up, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna hold your arms down. So you're gonna go front drop to quarter turn and arms down. Ready? Do it again. Front drop to quarter turn. Good. Now you're gonna go front drop to quarter turn, and you're gonna turn from your quarter turn into another front drop the opposite direction. Okay? So let's go front drop, quarter turn, front drop. Okay? You need to stay there for a while. Okay? One more time. That's my phone ringing in the background, of course. All right, now a cruise is like a swivel hip, but it's like a front drop. So she's gonna do a cruise. You wanna stand up all the way. And that's your preference of whether or not you want to bring the arms up in the middle of the cruise. It's really just kind of up to you. I'm kind of a fan of holding them down, but that's kind of up to you. All right, one more, Jay. Good. So a lot of the times the cruise will look like this, where you go cruise and you go around to the side, okay? That's not really what we want to see there. I mean, it's kind of still fun, and it's not necessarily unsafe or anything, but it's not exactly where you want to be, okay? All right, so if you get to the point where you're doing that, then all you want to do is go back to the front drop, quarter turn, where you stand up all the way, okay? All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is called an airplane, okay? And it's just a half airplane, but you might want to try it. They're super fun, and these are all actually twisting drills. The better you are at stuff like seat drops, cruises, airplanes, stuff like that, the better you are at these, the easier it's going to be when you start to learn a full twisting back flip or a full twisting front flip or anything like that. Okay, so basically in an airplane, you want to start out with a very low bounce, okay? And again, you're going to open your chest and your stomach up the same way that you would if you were doing a round off, the same way you did on your cruises and swivel hips, okay? So what you want to do is you want to bring your feet forward and turn your belly button and chest at the same time toward the way that you're going, okay? What you don't want to do is look down and reach down. You always want to reach up, okay? That was a bad one. She was showing you a bad one, okay? But they can be dangerous, so don't try bad ones. Jada just really experienced. Ready? Let's do a good one. So she's going to reach up and turn her feet and her hips and her chest. She's going to keep an eye on the trampoline, and then when she turns, she's going to be looking out here where I am, okay? Let's do it one more time. Good, and you can look down, okay? Just look somewhere a little bit further away, okay? All right, so that's an airplane. That's an awesome drill. What if we could put these together? You think of a combination that we can put these together?
Involving everything?
Maybe not everything. Swivel hip to front drop to There you go. Good. All right, so the next thing is a backdrop, okay? Now, show them the backdrop position really quickly. Okay, so stop bouncing. Okay, feet up in the air. Yeah, good, turn sideways, that's perfect. Okay, so your feet are up in the air, your back is flat. The back of your head is on the ground. There's no harm in putting the back of your head on the ground. I'm kind of old school and I kind of hold mine up, and that's all right. Okay, you just have to keep your core engaged. Okay, so arms up, feet up. Okay, I call this the upside down cow position. Okay, so you want to land in an upside down cow position on your back. Okay, so show them a backdrop, Jada. Again, you want to get in the middle of the trampoline, and all you're going to do is bring your feet forward enough to land in the cow position. Okay, go ahead. Good. Okay, so you're going to kind of pike your legs forward the same way you would for a seat drop. Okay, but we're doing a backdrop, so you just have to pull them a little bit more. Okay, so when you get really good at doing backdrops, you can do them like Jada does, and you can bounce up really high. You can do all kinds of stuff from your back. Again, I wouldn't try that if you are a beginner. However, another thing that you can do with backdrops is you can go on your back and continuously bounce on your back. Okay, that is a good control. That's always good control. Do a little turn. Do a little turn. Okay, so again, you always want to keep your core engaged and start out at a low bounce, and then you can get higher and higher as you go along. Okay. Now, one thing that I always tell people: see where her feet are. She's in the middle of the trampoline. When you go down to your backdrop, your back should be right where your feet just were. Okay, your bottom should be right where your feet just were. You shouldn't travel in your backdrop. So don't push backwards in your backdrop. Your back should land right where your feet just were. There's no need to travel backwards in your backdrop. Now, in the spirit of doing the twisting, like we've been doing, there's kind of a theme to this, okay? What we're gonna do now is you're gonna do kind of like, again, like a cruise and like a swivel hip. You're gonna go backdrop to backdrop, okay? So it's the same thing. Are you turning the same way?
Yes, I'm just facing the
okay. Direction. So you're gonna go backdrop, quarter turn. Okay, and she's bringing her arms down. You don't really want to bring them up on this one. I feel like that can make you stop or be out of control. Good, one more time. Backdrop, quarter turn. Good, now she's gonna go backdrop, quarter turn, backdrop. Good, now on this one you will travel a little bit. Okay, not much, because you're turning in the middle. Okay, one more time on the backdrop, quarter turn, backdrop. Okay, Jada, I'm gonna ask you a question and say it loud. What's the key to success?
repetition.
Okay, she said repetition, and that is absolutely true. So you want to be, okay, we always do things in phases. You want to be an expert at that phase before you go on to the next one, okay? So now, show them, this is called a cradle. Good, okay? So that's backdrop to backdrop. So before you go on to the cradle phase, you want to be sure that you are really good at going backdrop, stand up to quarter turn. Now go a little bit higher and show the quarter turn in the air where you stand up all the way. There you go. And all you're doing is scooping your feet under you, okay? You're scooping your feet under you. Okay, that's why she had to bend her knees a little bit, because she didn't scoop her feet enough. So if you have to tuck your legs, you're not scooping your feet enough. You shouldn't have to tuck your legs. Scoop down and up. Okay, good. Now, let's do one more thing, and it's a backdrop pullover. Okay, now, before you do a backdrop pullover, you should be able to do a backward roll first. Okay, so you don't have to do a backward roll right now. but she is because she's an achiever. Good job. Okay, so you do want to practice the backward rolls first. Okay, then we're going to do, I don't really know of too many progressions for this. You just kind of have to do it. Okay, here's one that's good, but you have to make sure that your backdrop is really good and that you have a good backward roll. One way I like to teach it is from no bounce, and you're just going to fall back to your back and do a backward roll. Okay, and you can use your hands at first. Now, what you don't want to do is do a backdrop and kick your legs up in the air and throw your head out and look for the trampoline like she just did. That is very unproductive. You want to stay in your backward roll position. Okay? Backward roll. Okay? Now, then you can get a little bounce going and do the same thing. Backward roll. Okay? Now, you want to let yourself bounce up in the air from your backdrop and then pull your belly button and your bottom over your head in a tuck body shape. Your head should never come away from your chest. So when you're doing these in the beginning, okay, your chin to chest, and make sure that your core is engaged the whole time. Okay, then you can get to the point where you can bounce higher and do them from a backdrop position and do all kinds of stuff from your back. You can go backdrop to front drop. You can go backdrop to backdrop. You can go backdrop to cradle.
Woo! Not in this face. I got you, right?
There you go. You do all kinds of stuff, okay? Now, these are trampoline basics. If you can do all of these all the time, you are good. You are ready for flips. So on Thursday, we're going to do a more advanced trampoline, and it's going to be everything starting with front flips to back flips to back pikes, layouts, and eventually twisting, okay? If you can master these basics, Jada is going to kind of show out for you a little bit, okay? She's going to do some fun stuff. That's a granny, back pike, kind of a pike granny. Cody, there we go. Okay, that's kind of a tricky little move there.
I made it up.
All right, I'm going to give her a second to breathe, and then she's going to do some fulls, some Rudies, some double backs, and some half outs, okay? So she said she's going to get a drink of water really quick, okay? But if you like what you see here, we have a competitive trampoline and tumbling team. I'm the coach, and Jada helps coach as well. She's an amazing coach. And we practice Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and our season is kind of almost over. All our competitions got canceled until June. However, we have nationals in June. It's kind of a year-round sport like gymnastics. It's a little less time in the gym than gymnastics. We don't practice as much because we just have, you don't have to do all the events. You can only do trampoline. You can only do tumbling. Or you can do trampoline, tumbling, and double mini. Most of our kids now do all three because they're fun. But everybody has that one that they're best at and that they love most. Most of them is trampoline. But anyway, you ready, Jada?
Mm-hmm.
All right, she's going to show out for y'all for a minute. Woo!
Oh, sorry.
Let's try that one more time. Hold those arms by your ears for longer. There we go. Lord, I think it's been a little while since we've been on the trampoline. Do a double or 2 and a half out, then we'll be done. Good.
Woo!
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Jada, for gracing us with your trampoline skills. And again, that's Coach Jada. I'm Coach Leslie. You can join the trampoline tumbling team anytime. Like I said, it's a year-round sport. If you have any interest in it, you can email me at Leslie, Leslie, at summitsportscenter.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.